Wow. That circus truly was digital. Hold on. Wait. That circus truly was digital. Hi, Chat! Hello! She hates it.
Oh, she said that circus is truly digital. That means she didn't act amazing. That means she hates it. That means she thinks it was bad. That means she hated the movie. Oh, why?
Hi, Chat. Hello. Twitch.tv/hackerling is streaming on twitch.tv/hackerling, and I almost didn't because I couldn't keep my eyes open a few minutes ago. That's right. I am sleep deprived, delirious, and I am out of water. What? It's okay. I'll figure it all out. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. Disable eye tracking and set the eyes to the open pitch. I probably could do that. Wait. I could do that. I literally could do that. I think I could do that. That would be in my nodes, and then I would... In the nodes, there would be a setting for just general tracking where I would have the 0 set to 1 for the opposite of blink, I think. Hacker, you should spoil the entire finale right now! Okay, so I arrived at the theater early for the amazing digital movie. I arrived early, okay? Wait. Hold on. Okay, so... Hold on. Okay, so I arrived early at the movie to watch the amazing digital circus. I arrived early, and it was completely empty, and I was the only one there. And I had my snackies, and I'm like, wow, I'm the only person here. Okay, that's fine. No one's gonna see this movie. But they started filtering in, so that was fine. I saw like 3 groups of girlies holding their little maid Jax plushies. So I hope that they enjoyed the movie. I hope they liked it. They seemed really excited, and they brought like their parents. There was like groups of children with like their dad. So I hope the parents enjoyed it too. Kind of sad I didn't see more people in costume. There was also a group of like kids. There was a group of kids who like, I was worried they were going to try really hard to be funny because it was a group of teenage boys. And every time they thought the movie was going to start, they were like, oh my God, guys, it's starting. Oh, the digital circus is starting. I'm like, oh God, are they gonna be like me during the Backrooms movie where they point at the screen and go, oh my God, that's the digital circus. But no, actually they were genuinely excited. I'm so irony poisoned by everything in life that I forgot that people genuinely can be super excited about stuff. And I think that they actually were genuinely excited. And I'm happy. I'm happy that they were excited. A chicken, Jackie. Yeah, I'm like, oh, please. At least they weren't screaming 6-7. Someone did come into the movie theater and they said 6-7 audibly enough for all of us to hear. And those of us who were there in the theater were just like, all right, dude, whatever. But yeah, it was pretty full, actually. Don't look at tomorrow's date.
Wait. What, chat, don't look at tomorrow's date. Oh, what do you mean? Don't look at tomorrow's date? Oh, 6-7.
Okay, I'll stop. But everyone in my theater was good and nice, and it was really exciting because there were certain scenes that genuinely made me so happy because I don't know. I could enjoy it, but I feel like there's some things that I'm not like as like I'm not gonna like lose my McFreaking mind over things that happened. But okay, sure, why not? Scary circus music, let's go. I'm not gonna lose my mind at certain things, but there's scenes when something happens and they reveal informations, and then it was really, really fun because people in the audience, like the younger kids, they went, "Oh my god, it's oh my god, they're oh my god," and I'm like, "Yay, yay!" I did also bring my parent. I brought my mother with me, and she kept turning to me and she's like, Do you know that person? Do you know that person? Do you know that person? I'm like, Mom, stop. I'm not watching movies for that. But she's like, animation has come really far. Who's that? Who's that? Do you know who that is? Whose voice is that? Her voice is so much younger than everyone else's. It's like, why weren't you in this movie? I'm like, Mom, please, Mom, I know. Stop it.
Stop. I'm trying to watch the movie.
Tucker, do you know Kane Digital Circus? But yeah, she was watching. She thought the animation looked really cool. She liked certain animation sequences that reminded her of other things that she likes. What else? There were some visual scenes that I thought were very beautiful. And I really do. Why am I half not looking at the camera? Is it because my head isn't turned properly? There we go. Okay, now I'm speaking to the chat box. There we go. Also, she missed. Sorry, I've decided that I am now going to go into spoilers. So, hello, Candy. I hear you going. I've decided I'm now going to go into spoilers. So, if you don't want to be spoiled on the Digital Circus movie, hold on, let me put a big spoiler text. You can come back when the spoiler text is no longer there. Spoilers. Okay, thank you. So don't get yourself spoiled if you want to see the movie. If you don't want to be spoiled and all that, then I look forward to seeing you at some point later, but not right now. Maybe in like bright green. Can I? Oh my god, Candy panting is so crazy. She's going. Okay, no spoilers. Okay, thank you. There we go. Spoilers time. I liked the scene with the lamppost. I thought it was very beautiful. It looked really good.
Oh, Gaster, it's green. It's green because it's Gaster.
I like the lamppost. I thought it was very beautiful. It looked great. It was pink, right? The pink wash of everything. It looked really nice. And then they played "Isn't She Lovely?" That was beautiful. And also, the scene that everyone gasped at in my movie theater was when they showed the names of everybody. And they're like, oh my god, it's their names, it's all of them. And then it showed like like the real life stuff, and everyone was super excited and happy. And at the end of the movie, one of the little girls holding a Jax plush or whatever was talking to her dad about the movie, and she's like, because it is the greatest series to exist in the entire world. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy that kids get to like experience this, like the internet phenomenon that just blew up, and they get to see it in a movie theater like this. And it's actually done pretty well. There weren't really many movie theater release movies that I'm aware of. There wasn't really a lot of movies, but that also means that it makes it look really, really good for the Digital Circus movie because, the box office numbers will be compared to movies that have been out for, a few weeks, which means that the movie will be like pushed to the top, which is super cool. Anyway, I hope the Jax girlies are feeling okay. I hope that they are all right. I hope that they'll be okay. What else? I think I need to rewatch some of the stuff because there's a few things like with Kinger that I feel I'm like, okay, so this is happening now. We're saying like, okay, he's a supercomputer genius and he's solving everything now with the power of a computer that has no power in it, but he can visualize everything. So there's that. But I think I probably just do need to watch stuff again, cause there was probably some thing in there somewhere that gave more information about that. I don't remember. It's been a while. Was it a bit on the quieter side in the theater? Yeah, it was super quiet. I was kind of surprised, like especially when actually, I think one of the biggest reactions was when the world famous fish came on screen. It was like, guys, is everyone's favorite character? Also, oh my God, why was there like 30 minutes of like trailers and warnings about spoilers? And listen, I understand. I completely understand. But I feel like movies and things have existed forever without people generally spoiling. I feel like putting like 7 warnings at the front of your movie being like, guys, no spoiling anything. Stop. Don't spoil it. Don't tell anyone. Don't spoil, guys. No, spoilers, guys. Like, I feel like that's just going to make people who are like trolling be like, I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna tell everyone. Like, it does like a reverse psychology thing, but also, I get it, because people have been kind of crazy about it in general. But I did like the way they did it, and I liked the fish just going,
guys, no spoiling anything, guys. I don't want to die, guys. I just saw darkness, guys. It was so lonely. I was so scared. I don't want to die again. I don't want to die again. Please don't let me die again.
It made my mom laugh. It made the other adults in the room laugh too. That made me happy. But everyone sounded really good. I thought it was fun. It's cool that they got the rights to the songs, but also, I mean, Glitch is kind of a company that has power to throw around a little bit, so I'm sure that they can figure out how to get things like rights to a song. Is that what a fish sounds like?
The famous fish from The Amazing Digital Circus.
Pepper, my face, Pepper, you're blocking my facial expressions.
The very famous fish from Amazing Digital Circus.
Cheesy Michael. Cheesy Michael. Cheesy Michael. Cheesy Michael, open up the door. Cheesy Michael, open up the door. Aaron Hansen is coughing. Yeah, I didn't know that it was him. until I saw the credits, and I'm like, oh, he did a pretty good job. It was very understated, which was awesome. Like, it's kind of cool how they're just like, these are just some dudes here saying stuff. Good for them. Have you heard any Gameoverse news? Is there supposed to be Gameoverse news? Am I a fake fan? What am I supposed to hear? Here. It has a lot of views. And I'm very happy for Wobble-Wass. Wobble-Wass. I hope that he's doing well. And I hope that he is doing well. And I do know that he's doing well because I've talked to him recently. He's doing, hello? Hello, Ocarina of Time. You're not really clown music. Hold on. Go back to clown music. Is there like OST music from Digital Circus? Okay, sure. Can you believe it, guys? Gameoverse movie! Just a week away! Just a week away!
Welcome to the freaking Digital Circus! Oh, my name is Hackerling! Oh!
Awesome. But yeah, I think that they did a great job. I thought it was cool. I thought that the fact that it's in a movie theater is super cool, and it feels like a really cool big step for, online projects. Hacker, who would abstract first? You, Mike, or Kiwi? Mike, instantly. Mike, instantly, not even a hesitation, it would be Mike. I didn't even have to think about that one. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have to think. So I hope everyone got their Digital Circus popcorn buckets that will now be $7 billion on eBay that nobody will ever be able to get ever again. I'm sad because I didn't see like a standee anywhere either, because that was cool. Sad. I hope people are satisfied with the ending. In some ways, I feel like I could see how there are things that are a little bit left on the table, or like questions, or wanting more. But I hope that, Gooseworks and the whole team gets a little bit of a break to just like chill and be proud of the thing that they made, instead of, fearing what comes next. Like they just get a chance to chill with, the reality of the circus now being over. Am I the only one who has never ever watched an episode of The Amazing Digital Circus? Yes! You're the only one! Everyone's looking at you and laughing. Everyone's going, ha, 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 ha. Fool! You fool! Look at you. This chat member doesn't know. You are the first chat member ever. But yeah. What else? Does anyone have any questions about my opinions about the movie and what I think? And also, mentioning the light post and it being pink just made me realize something else, which I think makes a little bit more sense. Did you feel it was rushed? A little bit. I kind of wish that they, had... Like, I feel like I blinked and then suddenly Jax was abstracted. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is just a thing now. Okay, I guess we're doing this now. That's fine. But I feel like it was just so, I don't know. It was just like that was fast. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm not the digital circus ringleader, so. What else? Did you hackerling into the digital circus? It seems you have not abstracted. No, I'm twitch.tv/hackerling. My name's not abstracted. What was your feeling on the abstraction happening off screen so suddenly? Yeah, but like I said, I feel like it was very, very fast, very sudden, and I kind of wish that there was a way that as an audience we could have been like it's not that things like that don't happen suddenly. It's just like I feel like Jax went off screen and then suddenly you see an abstracted creature running around. And I'm like, okay, so now we're accepting that this is a thing that happened and this is a thing that happened to Jax. Okay. And I did feel a little bit confused because I'm like, I actually did think that I missed something. I'm like, did we miss a scene where it showed that something happened? Because it just did kind of a jump cut. I don't. Like, I understand what people are saying, but also it doesn't feel like it had weight to it either. It feels like it's just like you see someone walking off screen. Oh, and now here's this creature running around. Like, I don't know. I wish it just something else could have happened that would have made the audience like, oh, this happened now, and now they're dealing with it, instead of them. Actually, what I think should have happened is I think that Kane should have showed up on screen and be like, welcome to the digital circus. I know that he's like deleted at this point, but he's like, welcome, guys. And they're like, Kane, what are you doing here? How'd you return? And he's like, I'm here to tell you, Jax is dead. Woohoo! Yippee! And then he points his Kane. He points the stick at the creature just running around, and they all make a horrified face, and then Zubul puts their hand on their hip and is like, well, that just happened. and then Gangle's like, guys, is that what I think that is happening? Hold on, I'm trying to think of more like generic dialogue. Then Crab Girl oh, hi, I'm Crab Girl. Oh yeah, I'm Crab Girl. And then Jax pops out of the creature for some reason, is like, guys, I just abstracted, guys. Look what happened. It's all your fault. Look what you've done. Okay, so we abstract now. All right, that's just happening now. Okay, I get it. All right. Oh my God, did you just shift, Jax? Did you just shift reality? Yeah, there was one scene that was really, really loud in my movie theater that like rumbled everything. Oh, also the first time that they could actually swear, everyone laughed in the theater, so I'm happy about that. That was fun. I really, like I said, I really am glad that there were people in my theater. Because them reacting to things sort of made me enjoy it more. I don't think it's because I don't feel enjoyment anymore. I think it's just maybe like my sense of humor is a little bit different, and it's like a React streamer situation, right? Except for the React streamer is all the children in the movie theater wearing their digital circus shirts and being excited to watch the movie increased my enjoyment of them having a good time. Because when people are having a good time, or like at the Mario movie, was that the Mario movie where someone was behind me? He's like, "Oh, it's Mario!" It was like a little kid, and I'm just like, "This is the best. This is the best." Sorry, there was no giant cane cosplayers at my movie theater wearing giant teeth. None of that. I do think that it's good that they showed the second till episode 8, the episode before the final act. I think it's good that they showed that because it feels like it would have been a huge sort of way to throw you into the last episode. So it kind of eases you into the action of what's happening again, just as a reminder. And they sort of give Meowsynth? Hello. They sort of give you a rundown of everything that's happened thus far. And And that's for all the parents in the room who are like, okay, my child dragged me to this. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what this thing is. And so you have them giving the rundown for everybody else to understand, and go for them. Go for them. Old guy who thought he was going to the showing of The Greatest Showman. No. I had a full-on Pomni theme outfit, hat, hoodie, zip-up, red and white and blue sweatpants, Spudsy shirt. That's nice. That's really nice. I'm glad. I'm glad that you could get all dressed up and ready for the movie, which I think is fun. I think it's really fun when something has such a big fan base already, and then people, want to go to the theater dressed up because they're already so passionate about the thing and excited. They're just like, I'm ready. I'm ready to celebrate. I love that. I love when people do that, and I hope people do that more. Yeah, like movies like Star Wars, people would definitely do that too. They get dressed up in like original characters do not steal. And it was fun. It was so much fun. We will be seated for Markiplier plays FNAF 23 in theaters next year. What?
Hello, everybody. My name's Markiplier.
Yeah, Barbie's like that too. Because when there's like a theme and everyone's wearing pink, it's like, yay, I'm ready for the Barbie movie. Anyway, speaking of Barbie, not speaking of Barbie, I'm just saying words. Not even available, thank you for the 23 months. Mafia Pang, thank you for the 12 months. Proto Man, thank you for gifting 100 subs. Thank you. As always, never have to do that. I'm just chilling here, but thank you. Sincerely, I hope everyone enjoys using your emotes. Yay. Totem Atu, thank you for the 2 months. Thanatos, thank you for the 6 months. Insert thoughtful message here. Ross the Bossy, thank you for the 2 months. Finale had some issues, but I think it stuck the landing personally when I saw it. I read a thread that some people were excited because, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers are not over. I read a thread because some people were excited that, no, the spoilers and if I saw this correctly, apparently the ending bus stop theme was filmed in St. Louis. So there were people in St. Louis who recognized that bus stop, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's down the street from our theater. They filmed that there." That's cute. That's cute. I'm happy for them. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub to Wood. Cheaply May Ghost, thank you for the 8 months. Trey Beal, thank you for the 2 months. Amaz, Digital Circus, it's true. Protoman, thank you for gifting a sub to Claire. Unstable Hype, thank you for the 35 months. How digital was that circus? Oh, it was digital, all right. There was a lot of previews, though. Tons and tons of previews. Deathx, thank you for the 7 months. Happy Lucky 7, Digital Circus Ling. I did not have good numbers in RNG today. It did not go well for me. I didn't get good numbers. I have no nose and I must sneeze. Thank you for the 9 months. Yay, Hackerling, I love your streams. Fake fan. Fake fan. A real Hackerling fan knows that Hackerling hasn't streamed frequently for a while. Real Hackerling fans hate her streams because she hasn't done them. Okay, I think I will now be done with spoilers. No more spoilers. No more spoilers. I am now done with spoilers, and I will now go back to spoiler-free talking about the movie, which was... I haven't really seen any critical reviews about it. Like, I think the people who have seen it are very much like all fans of the series, so people who wouldn't already be fans of it probably wouldn't review it, which is why the rating is so high, and why I've not seen, like, I don't know, Rotten Tomatoes have a lot of critical reviews. There's like 2 of them. What's his name? The Nostalgia Critic made a review on it. Did you see Yuri in the end credits? Isn't there Yuri in the main thing? Isn't that a thing? Happy Pride Month, everyone. Guys, are you ready for gaming of video games? Are you ready for freaking video games? Yuri spoilers.
Oh, Yuri spoilers.
I actually don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'll play... Oh, Summer Games Fest happened the other day. I don't ever know anything that's going on in... Sorry, I'm opening my slime container again. I don't know anything that's going on in gaming half the time, but I love watching Limes watch the, like, game announcement stuff, because Limes is so excited and so passionate about video games, and she loves, like, she knows what's going on. She knows developers well. She's excited even for things she doesn't know. She's like looking forward to hearing what's going on, and she's like, oh, that's exciting. Oh, I know who this person is. Oh, I know what this is. And that makes me happy. And then some people are just like, where's Nintendo? Where's Nintendo? Is Nintendo gonna announce anything? Where's the next Smash character? I don't care about this. Where's this? I don't care about this. What's this? But I love watching Limes watch these things because I feel like she's a really, really, really good person to watch. Because she'll genuinely be knowledgeable. And then I get excited because I don't know anything. I'm so uninformed about gaming, I guess.
Oh, I don't know.
Deltarune tomorrow. No, I seriously was like, hello? Deltarune? Any Deltarune? But that'll probably be its own thing. But it's fine. It's fine, because that's what I care about.
Where's Danganronpa 2?
Oh! One more thing about the Summer Games Fest, right? I feel like when they have, like, actual actors or, like, media people? How do I put that? Just, like, people who are, like, on camera a lot, or, like, someone like Snoop Dogg. I feel like the banter doesn't go as smoothly because it feels like they're trying to put it on more for the gaming, while everyone else is just like chilling. They just want to hear the announcement. They just want to hear what people say. Like the Among Us show announcement felt a little bit stilted for me. It was very funny though that they literally just had an entire inflatable Among Us suit flop down on the stage, and then had like another like cheap looking inflatable Among Us waddle on with them. Just be like, guys, red is sus. And I did watch the first episode of the show, and it was fine. But there was also an animation error on YouTube where at like 10 minutes and 4 seconds, there was a frame that showed orange that was previously shown, and it just flashed half onto the screen. And it's just super weird. Super, super, super weird. I don't know why that happened. I don't know how that happened. And the show looks fine, but I feel like, and I'm sorry, people might not agree with this, I feel like it looks like an Among Us version of other cartoon animations that exist. Like it still feels like it's like a, it still feels like it's a cartoon that was made by like a TV studio, Among Us Family Guy. I don't know how else to put it. I really don't. And I know that artists are very passionate at what they do, and there's probably a lot of very passionate people that worked on the show. But I feel like with things like that, it tends to be under such like a tight, like you have to do this in this time period and this thing, that, you know, you can only do so much with animation. I don't know how else to put that opinion in a better way. I don't know how else to put it in a better way. Because I want to genuinely acknowledge that people work really, really hard on things as artists, but also I still feel like there's something that could be added to it. Okay, and now it's time for me to video gaming. Yeah, that wasn't anything about Digital Circus that I just mentioned. That was about the Among Us show.
Sus Among Us. Sus Among Us.
Who has Paramount Plus? I feel like that's one of those platforms that people just don't really have. I do, unfortunately. The one person who has Paramount Plus. Okay. It's time for gaming. Let's get ready for gaming. It's time for gaming time. It's time to watch the gaming. I had to move some stuff around because I had to take some pictures of my model. But actually, hold on. I think it looks a little bit better now. Like when I zoom in, I feel like it looks a little bit less crusty than it used to. But it could also just be in a screenshot situation. Maybe. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep.
Guys, who's ready for gaming?
I need to watch the Summer Games Fest again to add things to my wish list. It's just kind of sad because I've watched back some of my streams from a few weeks ago. I guess it's weeks because I haven't streamed a lot recently. I've watched like my streams back and I feel like there was like my model just looked really low quality. And I'm like, dang it! I am failing as a streamer because I am not serving the highest quality content to my chat box.
We'll never be able to.
We'll never be able to recover from this. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I just looked over and Peeper's sleeping on her cloud pillow. I'm excited for single player Among Us 2. Really excited for that. Chat, why is the sunset so late? Like the sun is so bright still. Hold on. What did I just hear? Where's Candy? Weird. Turn it off! Sun! Go away. Sun the orb, not sun like a child.